Hello everyone, my name is Feed Alligators and welcome back to another video. Today, we will be talking about all the LMGs and which of them is the best and of course which of them is the worst. So without further ado, let's begin. Now in this video, I will be ranking all of the LMGs and talking about their strong points and of course their weak points. In this video, I will be of course giving all of them a fair chance and not giving one of them a bias just because I use it. So the fifth and the worst LMG is the SA-87, which of course is, everyone knows, really bad because it's basically an assault rifle but with a slower aim down sight speed and of course less mobility, and it has a 30 round magazine when you first get it, so it's not really any good. And of course there's not really any attachments to like make the aim down sight speed any much better. Just like how on most of the LMGs you can add no stock, this one you can't do that, and it's the only LMG you can't do that on, so that makes it come in at number 5. At number 4, we have the Holger, which I personally have not used that much, but just from playing with it, it feels kind of slow. It feels like it doesn't have as fast of a fire rate as the other LMGs, and for that reason I'm going to put it at number 4. Also, it just doesn't feel very good. It doesn't feel like it's very strong, but doesn't feel like it has a fast fire rate. It feels more like an assault rifle than the other ones, and I think, personally, it should be put in that category. Now, coming in at number 3, we have the M91, which is basically, if you think about it, a downgraded PKM, because even though it has more range, it really has less damage and a slower fire rate, and on top of that, it always feels like when I'm using it, it has more recoil. That's just not very fun to use when everyone's going to outclass you with the PKM. And of course the fact that obviously using an LMG you're going to have slow aim down sight speed, so if you can't compensate for that, well, what's really the point of using it? On top of that, it has a slower reload than the PKM, which is already belt fed, but this one's belt fed, and it just feels all around slower, less mobility, and slower aim down sight speeds, and for that reason, I'm putting it at number 3. Number 2 is the MG34, which is basically the M91, but with a faster fire rate, not much more damage or range. Actually, I believe a little bit more damage, but other than that, it feels like it has more recoil control, definitely, because I've played with both of them, I've leveled them up, so I know how both of them function. And for the same reason people like the Model 680, this one just feels like fun to use. It feels like I can like slide and shoot with this thing without having to deal with annoying people who are outclassing me by a ton, like the M91, the Holger, and of course the SA-87. So that is obviously a very, very big bonus. The MG34, of course, you can have good attachments that make it very good and feel very fast. If you put no stock, a Merc foregrip, and a long barrel, it can have good damage, a fast aim down sight speed, unlike the other ones, and of course, you know, just the fact that you can put good sights on it, because the stock sights are very bad, so putting on a like reflex or a red dot sight just feels very good to use. I think everyone could see this coming from the start of the video, but number 1 on this list is the PKM, for obvious reasons. Just good damage, good range, good fire rate, not a lot of recoil, good aim down sight speeds, good mobility, and it just makes it an overall fun gun to use. On top of this, other attachments can make this gun very good, like no stock, Merc, and the same ones as the MG34, but the MG34 is basically like the MP7 to the MP5. The MP5 has a slower rate of fire but more damage, while the MP7 has a faster rate of fire and less damage. It's basically the MG34 compared to the PKM, which is very good. On top of that, also, it has a very high, I shouldn't say magazine, it has a lot of bullets, which I believe 100 at stock, and you can get it all the way up to 200, just like the M91, and it doesn't really add that much time to the aim down sight speed, so that's why it's very good. So that is my personal favorites and ranking all the LMGs. Let me know in the comments if you have any different opinions. I'm always open to suggestions for videos, such as ranking other guns, class setups, stuff like that. So like, subscribe, comment if you did, and I will see you all next time.